What's up, guys? I hope you guys have been enjoying the interview so far. I wouldn't have made it this far without you guys. And you know, I'm just blessed to be alive. I got my man Tyree right here. Round 2, interview 103. If you guys don't know, he's already been on before, so check out the previous interview to kind of like know where he's from and just like the stamping grounds of it, you know, because we're not repeating none of it. We might bring up some a little bit, you know what I mean, just something personal, but other than like the background, go check out the previous interview. Do you remember what interview?
Yeah. Was that like number? That's not 50.
I don't
like
even know, bro. Yeah,
I don't know.
it feels good to be able to say that.
Look at me lying.
Yeah, no, we got Tyree. Let's go. How you been, bro?
I've been good, bro.
Been
I've
good,
been good, man.
I've been blessed to see, like, just not your content, but your creativityness. Because the last time you came on, you did the newspaper thing with Spliff, and I was like, I don't know if you know, bro. I don't think I ever told you. I did a designation motivational video, kind of what you did. And I got your idea from there. So, like, that's kind of my first question. Do you think that you get your ideas from, like, I wouldn't say your peers, but just kind of the people you get your loving from, or like your you know what I mean? Like, you get
I get some ideas from my peers, or you know, I'm just on the gram and I'm scrolling through stuff and I'm like, you know, man, that looks interesting. What if I did it like this? And or I get it from like people like big artists, you know, nationally syndicated people, and I look at them and say, man, how do we do this right here? You know what I'm saying? So it's
who
like,
would you shout out that you kind of just had inspiration from? Because like I'm getting inspiration from like 𝙄𝙩𝙩𝙬𝙚, Wiz. You know, that's kind of the main lane of artists I've been looking at. So who do you kind of look at for inspiration?
I mean, the biggest person, and we're talking about my album release party is coming up. So
Mona Lisa.
One of who's has some crazy releases. Kanye did not Mona Lisa, but he did The Life of Pablo at Madison Square Garden with his clothing line as a fashion show. To drop it out, things like Yeezy season 4, maybe 3. Excuse me if I lied about it. It was one of the Yeezy season drops, and I just remember the album being played and like you know, a clothing line being there. So it's like, how do you create an experience? That's what I'm trying to do. All I'm trying to do is create a true experience that will change your life and impact you. To do something bigger. If we can do that, then everything's always gonna be good. Everything's gonna be kosher because we're always growing. You know, you do so much content, and I remember you did did you do 365 days straight or 100 days straight?
You talking about like just videos?
With Facebook?
Yeah, it was like 100 and you talking about recently? Yeah, that was like 200 and something.
You got the badge though.
Yeah.
And you posted that, and I was like, damn, like, because I did 40 days of content, and I was like, man, this motherfucker, he could do 100 days, 200 days.
You are doing
do that.
Yeah, you've been doing it.
Yes, you're right. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it amps me up because I'm like, man, like, I can do it too. I can do it too because my homie did it. And like, I take that as a joy because I'm like, man, like, this is positive. Like, this man is. I feel like
though with you though, it's different because you're an artist. You know, I don't think you can just go out and make your ideas just come the straight thing because you're crafting something up in the back. Compared to me, I got to put it on Front Street right when I think of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of two different lanes, bro. You've been more consistent than any even. Don't fight me interviews. Hey, I've done enough interviews where they can rally up and they can beat me up. But no, bro, you definitely top 5 of one of the most consistent interviews I've had. Like, you know what I mean? After the interview, you've been progressing. Do you feel like you progressed?
I have, man. Like, because I think before we met, I just did Couture Festival. And then I went to New Orleans. New Orleans was crazy. Then I went all over. Went to Asheville.
What part of New Orleans?
I was in Mid City. This place called Bank Street Bar. It was a dope spot. It was next to this cheeseburger spot, so it wasn't like directly like in the heart, like, you know, like downtown, but it would kind of be like considered like north central, like part of downtown Charleston. It's like,
what was your favorite thing you remember about being there? Because that's not every day people go to New Orleans.
I think my favorite part about it was just after the show, the guys who were managing the bar, they came up to me and said this was one of the best hip hop shows we had ever seen in our lives.
Did you take your shirt off, bro?
I did take my shirt off. Bloated as hell, stomach just rocking. You know
hey, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please check out the Mona Lisa. Are you gonna take your shirt off?
I'm gonna take my shirt off too. You know what I'm saying? I might
check out his performance, bro. One of the top performers ever I've ever seen. He's definitely up there with X and like Lil Uzi, bro. Dude, dog does push-ups. He does everything.
We go take the shirt off. We go take our shoes off. We ain't taking our drawers off.
You might. Okay. No, it's just real, dog. And you know, even even after New Orleans, what did you feel like? What was going on? What was Tyrie's daily life?
I think I was on such a high of emotions, and we went to Asheville, and we went to Columbia before that, and then we went on a real tour, and went around everywhere. And I think what really happened to me was after it was like just realizing how much work is involved, and then also how much stress is involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that, you know, you get back and you checking the numbers or whatever, and it's like, you know, I went up like 700 followers, all organic traffic, and that was really, really good because that was the biggest growth I've seen in a long time.
It's goals.
It's goals,
yeah,
you know?
You gotta
so, you know, you
goals.
hit that goal, but then the content kind of falls back then. So it's like, all right, content and recording has fallen back because I'm on the road. So now when I get off the road, I got to go back to the studio. But then, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, how do you balance all of the things?
Well, I feel like, and I don't mean to cut you off, but like, I think it's like expectations. You know, if you learn to like settle your expectations to a certain height and know that, like, just in case you don't reach it, it's not like, oh, you know? Because even for me, like followers, I kind of gave up on the following aspect because it's just like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, when you don't feel like there's a word for it. Shout out to Polk. He said something. It's like you're, when you feel like your accomplishments aren't accomplishments.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
I have times.
Because you've done a lot, bro. You've opened for Currency, basically. Yeah. Like, that's my favorite artist, bro, Jet Life. So it's like, do you feel like you don't?
I feel like there's times where obviously my accomplishments, they aren't what I believe they should be yet, you know? They're like, you know, it's like winning an MVP. Over winning the Super Bowl or whatever. You know, it's like, damn, I won the MVP, but like, I want the Super Bowl. Like, you know, I want that long-lasting impression, that long-lasting that return, you know? I want the real, true return on this. And I think that's more so what I've been looking for a long time. Is like, I love being an artist, but at the end of the day, I still have to bring in something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, how do I get the best of both worlds? Like, I don't want to give up my soul and integrity when it comes to the music, and I don't want to give up my backbone when it comes to the money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's so much going on in this world, especially in the entertainment space, when we're all fighting and we're all competitive for even our own individual spaces, where you're in photography, or you're in the podcast world, or you're in the music world. In a small market, there's only so many names that can be a top dog. And so every day I'm fighting for that spot, you know? And there's songs I listen to, like, I'm trying to think about, maybe it's Future. I won't even bring it up, but it's just that I got this dog in me right now that is ready for war every day, and I want to keep that in me. I want that fire to go.
So, and we don't have to talk about it, do you think it's like where you stay at? That's kind of like been lessening a lot. I want to say just kind of like making it.
Right, it's so hard to be here sometimes because you could do a million things and feel like, damn, I ain't done enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people, and I know a lot of people who feel the same way. They've done so much work and they've seen so less for it. And sometimes it's not always about the actual content that you're making. It's about the connections with the people that you have. So I'm trying to figure out, and that's what this event is about, how do I create long connections with people? I'm talking about where you come see me, you go to 50 people in your phone and you text them, yo, you need to check out Tyree, because you got that much faith. And there's a lot of stuff that we do in this world where it's a restaurant. You'll get on Twitter and tell everybody about the restaurant. You'll tell your mom, your dad, everybody. Yes, Will Smith slapped somebody. You text. You got a group chat with 10 people in it, and you send them that stuff. But I want that to be Tyree. I'm trying to sell Tyree. Yeah. That's all I've been trying to do this year. And people who don't realize that, they will be envious of it. They may hate on it, but guess what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep moving. I gotta keep moving. Fuck all the bullshit. Yeah. We gonna keep hustling. That's how we do it.
That's the dog, bro.
That's the dog.
That's the dog talking right there.
Yeah, bro.
I love to see the fire in this man, because last time that I met him, or not last time I met him, last time I seen him, you know, I felt like, I wouldn't say you were going through anything, but I think you were in tunnel vision of like traveling. Yeah. Traveling. And now I feel like you've kind of had the chance to sit down, reflect, because like you said, you're looking at your goals and stuff. Do you think that you're blessed that you kind of did slow down? Because imagine if you would have kept going to New Orleans again. Yeah. Like, do you think you would have ever noticed any of this? Obviously, you want it.
I think.
Well, maybe you would.
I think it's a double-sided thing. I think it comes with organization. Really, it's more about being more organized with how you move instead of like just like I wanted it so bad and then I did it and then I realized like it needs to be a little bit more organized and more like methodical. So it's like that's where I start to see like next year I want to put it together like maybe like. It's one show every month out of 12 months where I maybe go to a different city. Yeah. Like maybe trying to do it that way and not doing it the traditional touring way of like doing it every week for like 14 days. But spreading it out so it gives you time to kind of come back and be like, oh, I'm still a human. Like, you know, I'm still okay. Like instead of being bogged down by like, every day we gotta go here, we gotta drive down the road, like we gotta find a hotel, we gotta bring speakers, like it's just like so much is going on because I don't have a label behind me. It's Tyree Young, you know, Tyree Young, it's like
him.
I'm him, you know, I'm doing this and so it's a lot of work involved with it. So I'm trying to figure out how do I organize this to be more methodical and more strategical about and more efficient. And how I move.
How would you give anybody suggestions on how to balance everything the way you've been doing it? Especially, I know there's some artists out there that have been traveling, keep traveling and going hard and go. I say I'm about to make a shirt brand and it says travel out your hometown.
Yes, facts.
You know what I mean?
You should do that.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But what's some suggestions you would probably give anybody that's like trying to get to that level of traveling, but they don't know, like, or even balancing it?
I think one of the biggest things you have to do is first create a content log. You have to have a bunch of, because people ain't gonna read your emails. There's a lot of people, you know, you get an EPK or whatever, you know, electronic press kit, or you have all this information out there. A lot of times people don't read that stuff and they don't look at it, they don't care about it. But what people do care about is good quality content these days, because a lot of people can go to your Instagram and immediately get a feed off of you. If you were to go to TYRIE'S Instagram right now, what would you see? You would see videos of me performing.
Mona Lisa. But you know
what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You have to build. So let's say we starting the year off, January 2024. What would I do if I was somebody who was trying to get played outside of the city? First thing I would do is I'd be trying to go to all of the artists who are in town, who do big shows, and trying to get on their bill. Yep. And then you have to have musical content already ready to be released that year so people know that you exist. So put that on the books. Then you also need to create content, high quality content, at least enough for 30 days within 60 days. A 60-day time frame. You have to post every day, but just have content that people can see of you. High quality content. Not just no content, but high quality content. And from there, I think you can still send out emails or whatever, but you need to network, and you know, it's a step up. So there's an artist who I played with who helped me get the show in New Orleans. That I played with 𝙄𝙩𝙬𝙚𝙬, which they're a band here in Charleston, but the band they brought with them, Lord, blanking right now, Hotel Motel something, I'm blanking right now, but that band is originally from New Orleans. Their old tour manager was at the show. He saw me perform. I wasn't even rapping that night, I was DJing. He saw me, said, damn, I'd love to get you down there and to New Orleans. So it's like those are those connections that you need to make. So you bring people from outside of your city to your city, or you meet people who have connections to certain people, and you have to give them the best show of their life. And that's what I've been doing.
Do you feel like it's about who you know?
It's definitely about who you know, 100%, and that's the worst part. But you have to build a community of people who are going to rock with you. At the end of the day, people who are going to vouch for you. Like, somebody came up to me and asked me about Marco, I'm going to be like, yo, Rise to Elevate, that's the shit. Like, that's popping. That's one of the best podcasts in town. And I tell artists, you know what I'm saying, you want to get your face shown, you know, go see him, go talk to him, you know, learn about what he's doing and try to get in your environment. Because not in a way of like you're a snake or anything like that, but you're just trying to grow, you know?
It's just being positive, I feel like, because I already do that with you. But ask anybody that, if you know what's up, man. I tell everybody your shirt's gonna be off. You're gonna do push-ups, and bro, there's the Balenciaga Dreams, right?
Yes.
That's my favorite song by you. Like, I'll cry forever, because when I listen to it, I'm not a depressing person, don't get me wrong, but it's just like that, like, you're by yourself. You know, it'll pop up on my shuffle thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna let this ride. You know the song? What's one song that you kind of just let, like, you got tired of, but you will let ride if it plays? You have any of those? I listen to a lot of music. So
honestly, it's probably some tracks from my new album.
Yeah,
because
so
they play
your music.
I played. Yeah, some of the songs I've written like last year. So it's like I've known them for so long, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I still gotta promote this because this is great music. Yeah. It's just like it's just old to my ears. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been listening to it for a year.
What song though?
Probably High and Dry, the one that I just released.
Okay.
That is a really great song, but at the same time, I'm like, man, like that's a song.
That's
like,
it.
That's a song. But it's a great song, and I think I have a lot of songs like that. But then there's times where like I've been drinking or I'm intoxicated, and then the song just hitting. You know what I'm saying?
It's just different. But you're the creator of it. So I was gonna ask, well, how was Mona Lisa created? Like, how was that brought about? Where'd the name come from? Like, what's the background on
Leonardo da Vinci. You know,
he
created the Mona Lisa. It was based off of it was a man's wife, I believe, who was buying a painting, and then basically he never came and got it from him.
The Mona Lisa?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then it went to the gallery.
Yeah.
So like the whole idea of it is that it's honestly one of the most, because back then you didn't have cameras to take pictures. You went to a painter to do it. So the Mona Lisa to me is like, this album could be considered, maybe not to myself, some of the most kind of like basic Tyree format songs ever. Like there's a lot of good Tyree songs on here, but as far as it goes with all my other albums, it's so different. It's so different. It's not like I'm inventing, a helicopter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing something really, really new in the format of music. It's just conceptually really good music. And I think from there you kind of see, like, it's like, to me, Mona Lisa, the way it was, like, how I'm selling it, it is an art experience. There's so many different, like, lanes I took, like, with the whole concept of it, but one is the music, two is the selling of the art there, and how do I sell art?
So when, I don't mean to cut you off, but so when you started all this, it was like, let me make a or have an event with it too, or that was like the whole.
I had some of the songs already. I had majority of the songs done, and then I was like, let's do this event. And I had that event planned back in like February.
Okay. And you picked Lo-Fi Brewery?
Well, it wasn't the first place I picked.
What were you thinking?
But I was thinking about having it in a gallery.
Oh,
but then, like, what happened was that, all right, most galleries, well, I needed a place that had a lot of space, because I'm trying to pack it out with like 300, 400 people. Then second of all, most galleries take a percentage of what the artist makes as far as the painters go. I didn't want that to be the case. You have to pay for the venue. It's a little bit different with like some venue spaces. You're able to pay them off of your ticket sales, which I'd rather do than pay you. And then a lot of venues want to take money off of alcohol too. And either way, I just think that was just like, you're taking too much out of my pockets. I'm a businessman too. I gotta make money, and I gotta make money. So what I'm trying to do now is change the aspect of saying, I'm throwing a gallery, but the painters and the photographers, they get paid for being there. Before they even sell their art, they're already getting paid for being there. And then the musicians get paid for being there. Everybody is making money. I'm trying to build a society of artists who are collectively just like running things, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the idea of Mona Lisa really is. It's just like, how do you sell art in this day and age as an artist?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's only social media, A lot of times, a lot of times it's like, where do we go other than back in the day, Craigslist? Or, there was simple things that we could use, but now it's like Facebook Market. You can't trust anybody on there. And then, because you don't know what they're going to do.
You don't know.
And it's hard. I feel like it's all about networking in person, like you said, off air. You got to walk up to the people, and the only way, if I was a painter, I would be downtown, sitting on the side of the street, maybe have a boxing glove in the purse or whatever it is you do, and if someone runs up with you to try to take your morals, or is that what it's called, morals?
Like
morals?
Canvas, morals?
Well, or something like, you know what I mean? Just like your painting and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. But no, I wanted to ask, like, how many songs are on it? Like, what type of vibe should we be expecting? Like, what's up with that?
There's 10 songs on the album. Man, if you like listening to every style of music, that's what's on this project. It's not just rap. It's just alternative rap and peak form. And I think you get to travel.
Is it like Mona Lisa type deal? Like, is it like a classic old vibe? Because it's called Mona Lisa. Yeah. Or is it kind of like a, like 𝙄𝙤𝙩𝙬𝙚 Dreams, where, you're hyped up, but also like you're thinking, like you're chill. You know what I mean?
I mean, technically 𝙄𝙤𝙪𝙬𝙀 Dreams was supposed to be on this album.
Well, no way. Yeah. That would have matched.
Yeah, it would have.
That would have matched.
But I put it on the other project because I needed to put out so much content this year. No, so I was like, I need something that goes slap.
So, like, do you think it matches the Christmas vibe? Or is it the total opposite?
It's total opposite.
Yeah.
It's like,
cool,
this vibe, this project is going to be something where when you listen to it, you're locked into it. You're locked into the different elements and trying to figure out how is somebody able to sonically produce something where it switches up in the frequencies so much, but it still has the same vibe and bop all along the way.
No. How long did it take you to like produce some of the songs? Because you said that you've had the 𝙄𝙤𝙪𝙬𝙀, which came out like what, 2.5 years ago? Probably like a year and a half.
Well, it came out earlier this year, like so.
Wow, it's only been a year. Wow, that's crazy. Time must be going slow for me.
Yeah.
Well, that might be.
You do 103 interviews.
No, and I'm traveling. Yeah. People don't even know what's going on in my head. Yeah. Like, I do a lot of stuff. But no, like, do you think that... I forgot my question because you had me thinking about all that. Crap, man.
No, I think you were talking about, like, the just time frame on the music and production.
Oh, yeah, because if you're picking music from a while ago, is any of the music in this album have something from, like, years ago, maybe, like, when a long time? Or is it more of, like, all produced and made now?
I'd say presently? After season 3. Because I wrote High and Dry, like, was last year, 2022? Yeah. I wrote that, like, late summer 2022, half of the song. Okay. And my girlfriend was like, dude, that's such a great song, like, da-da-da. I was like, yeah, it's alright, it's good. And then I came back around to it, I was like, man, this is a good song, I just need to finish it. Yeah. And I got a bunch of stuff like that in my log, like, I got, like, maybe, like, 100 beats. They're just, like, all half done.
Where do you get your beats from?
I make them, you know. Except for Mamacita on this album and Amor, those were made by John Cantor. But that's the only other producer I work with.
So you don't go about, like, looking for anybody to hop on, like, locally? Because I know you've done a song.
I have done that.
You've done songs with, if I'm not, mistake me if I'm wrong, JT Straw or?
JT Raw.
Raw? That's a Straw.
Yeah. JT Raw, Sim Soul. I did my Fuego Times EPs this summer, and that was basically what that was for, just, like, all my homies. Like, I don't really have enough time to sit in the studio individually with them to cook up, like, projects with them or for them, but I have enough time I have a bunch of songs that I can get the verse to and say, let's put something out and, like, let's just do something. Those Fuego Times was people I rock with. All people I rock with.
Should we be expecting anything from that community of people?
Yeah. I think everybody, I got another project I'm doing like that next year as well. That's already kind of like in the vault. And I'm just trying to figure out I just want to be able to sell it, really. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at right now. Is just like, how do I sell Tyree? Like, and maybe I am selling him right now, and I'm maybe looking too deep into it, but
I feel like you are, because I mean, people even that are watching now, you got followers. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got people that really love you, that are not just trying to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
be there for the limelight. Like, so it's like, I think you are kind of overthinking it, but at the same time, that's the battle of becoming the perfect cell form of Tyree. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you were to already have all of it handed to you right now, millions of streams. Yeah. I'm not saying you want to be able to handle it. Yeah. But you probably want to be able to handle it. Yeah. I'm not. I would not be able to handle it. That's why I'm cool. And you hear 103, right? Like, I'm cool, bro. Because if I were to be doing Kanye West and all that, I'd probably poop my pants. Yeah. I'm over here. This man goes.
But I think you could do that too. You know.
Yeah,
I think,
of course.
I
you never
should just launching towards it. I feel like I'm building the base.
The bottom, the stepstones for it. Yeah.
I've stepped a lot, and I think the next step for me is going to be a very pivotal step. This album release party will show me a lot of different things. It will show me what success really is for what I want to see. Like, if I have a true goal and I commit to how I'm going to prepare for it and how I'm going to sell it, does it sell? And you get lost up in having friends and all of this other stuff. It's like, and I'm not talking about my friends, because people who really support me, they love me to death. Like, they listen to my music, they come to every show. But this is more so for like the outside person. Like, how do I get like Charleston as itself? Like the people who are just out here and like yeah, they rock with the trap, you know, and they rock with the conscious, but do they rock with the alternative? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I make alternative music. I don't make stuff that people just go out and like usually listen to, unless they trying to get into a certain space. Right. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get into a certain headspace. They're trying to just literally let the music carry them. You know? Yeah. And that's what I feel like I do. I create vibes,
I think you do, man. That's why it's beautiful to even have you on here. Because I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect to have you on this short of notice, you know what I mean? But like what I told you off air, I'm here to help anybody and everybody. And I feel like you're in the same boat. But you may be at the point of time where it's like, all right, I got to focus on me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the only one that's really out here, you know what I mean, doing it. Like, that's the mindset you got to have. Like, I think that every day. Like, I don't think anybody's doing what I'm doing. Yeah. But I know there is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Facts. But you just got to keep that mindset, and it makes you more hungry, bro. Yeah. And, bro, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man.
It's crazy because I feel like you have grown. Yeah. And I hope I don't have any interviews that, you know, come back on and we're like, I don't think you've grown. I hope that never happens.
You're still a shitty person.
Yeah, you're still not doing it. You know what I mean, man. I'm just glad to be able to have you back on, and then we might even have you back on in a couple months for the Rise in Performance, or even sooner for Rise in Performances. But I'm trying to get I'm working on a music scene thing right now. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, because I haven't really seen nobody doing anything relating to this music's dropped. Mm-hmm. This is out. They've collabed together. Yeah. This one traveled here to do that. You know, we need that here in Charleston. And I know there's people doing it, but we need a friendlier, like a friendlier. So
you're right, bro.
Yeah, it's all about networking. I feel like, you know, you're getting there, man. I'm proud of you. It's cool to even talk to you and have you on. Is there anything you else kind of want to talk about? I know Mona Lisa is coming up and already actually happened. Yeah. And shout out to the people that went, you know. The people that went and even took an interest of going, because my dog has the most, like, that's creativity at its finest, bro. Like, you don't hear no rapper or artist doing that at all.
I think the only thing I could think of is like, I'm gonna keep dreaming big and keep doing big stuff, because at the end of the day, you don't have to have a million fans.
This thing is your best or worst friend today.
You don't have to have a million fans to think outside the box, to create community and goals and do all those things. You just need to be secure in your personality and believe in yourself, and just say, I'm going for it. And that's all I've ever done, is just go for it. Like, put down everything else. You know, when I get sad or I got upset because I feel like I'm not here, I'm not there, whose problem is that? It's a me problem. I need to figure out, how do I get better? How do I perform better? How do I sell Tyree better? How do I do that? And that's everything. That's every day for me. Is like, I am constantly the one who is the first to cast a stone on himself before somebody else does. And I have to do that because I got to keep myself in line to be great. I want to be
What's
great.
something you would tell yourself for next time you come on here, or even just the future self whenever you do kind of like catch up and watch these? Because I know how hard it is to watch everything. You're on everything. Like you said, the articles everywhere. It's hard to catch up and like look at it again.
I would say one thing I'm trying to do is just make sure that I am I'm on that feed at least 5 out of the 7 days. And I'm playing shows outside the city still, and I'm growing fans, and then the next time I'm on here, we'll have at least like 2 million watching.
It will. No, you will, bro. And I think next year's the year, because Charleston is getting on the map. Yeah. Like, I felt like this year alone, 2023, Charleston has got on the map. Yeah. It's a ticking time bomb. It is. It takes one person, and then everybody else has to be ready for the limelight. Yeah. Because you think about it, bro. We're really like I wouldn't say like a pig for investors, like concert goers and stuff, but that's all we're here for. Like, you could put a Tyler the Creator in here and it's going to sell out. Yeah, it will. That's all that Charleston is. You're not coming to Charleston to go look for artists. Yeah. You're not going to Charleston to look for, you might look for some sports.
But you got
Sports is big on, like, they're coming to, you know what I mean?
But you can sell it if you're here. If you're here, you can sell yourself, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it unsellable? or am I sellable?
Yeah.
Will Mona Lisa sell?
Yeah.
You know, did Mona Lisa sell? You know,
yeah, did Mona Lisa sell? But no, I feel like
sell?
I think, bro, yeah, you know, I think it's deeper than what we think it is. But I don't know. I really do think you have the marketing, you have the mindset, like you have a vision, and that's where it all starts, bro. And you just gotta execute, which you did after the show.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, bro, like when it's all said and done, what do you want to be known for? That's something I've always wanted to ask you. I don't think
creating community and culture.
Yeah.
Founding community and culture, like for real on a high level. Like, you know, I want people to look back and say, yo, the homie looked out for me, and like he gave me insight into how I should move. And either I was able to be successful because of those engagements that we had, you know. So, and that's where I want to be at. I took a lot of game from a lot of different people to get here, and over the past year, the game that I have received has helped me out a lot. And I think now it's time for me to give that game back out. And there's a lot of different ways you can make it out here, but I think the way the industry is changing right now, it's going to be a lot different. You gotta be on the road,
especially the streaming stuff that's going on. We talked about that too. Like I think it's really sad how like someone can have the most streamed throughout the whole year and only make a small amount of profit, and then these big corporates, I can only imagine what's going on with SoundCloud.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I haven't heard no rap SoundClouds. They're probably just chilling in the cut, just rap.
Yeah, dude.
Because Spotify is so big that they have to be putting stuff out. You know, there's millions of people on Spotify a day. Not compared to SoundCloud. When's the last time you've been on SoundCloud? You're an artist though, so it's different. Wow, right? See, that's what I'm saying. I go on SoundCloud almost every day, so it's like I
go there to listen to old stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's what exactly. So like, I just think if you think of the switch, like SoundCloud is definitely probably. And I hope I don't get like kidnapped or something by a UPS worker.
Nah, but I'm right. This, like it's a unique situation to be in because the actual infrastructure is not able to help everybody out because there's so many different situations that are going on. We're relying on algorithms. You know, when a Spotify curator has to listen to songs for 30 seconds to decide if they're good or not and then pass on them, or you gotta get 1,000 streams just to get money to go back into your distributing account. Whenever you gotta pay money to get on a playlist, and then that doesn't amount to actual true conversions on your end. You know, there's so much false information in the space right now to where I'm trying to hone in on if you do it the correct way, because a lot of people they're gonna try to get you on this and that, and you know, I always look at it as what's the actual value? Like, what am I getting back from this? What's my true return on this?
What are you getting?
You know,
and what am I getting?
And what am I getting?
Yeah.
If I gave you $25 and then I got 10,000 streams, but I didn't get no followers, I didn't get anything.
So I
literally got nothing, right?
Are the raps real?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think
that's crazy. And that's why this event is what it is, because it's like, you could tell me all day you got a bunch of streams, but we all know streams aren't equating to a lot of money. So then how do I make money? I got to figure out a way to sell Tyree. Doesn't necessarily have to be off the music. Maybe it's off of me being on a TV show or me being on something else. There's a lot of different ways to make money if you're a popular person.
Have you thought about doing anything other than music?
Oh yeah, I mean it's all there. TV. I mean I've got an idea for a show. I've thought about doing podcasts before, but I ain't got time for all that. I want to make music. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different ideas. I have a lot of ideas. I have ideas for days. But I focus on the music because that's my bread and butter. But my most important thing to focus on right now is how to sell Tyree and how to sell Mona Lisa.
That is, podcasts you talk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something pretty well known that goes on everywhere now.
Yes.
I don't think it's like, oh my God, he's doing a podcast.
No, true.
It's starting to get normal.
Well, I mean, just like the format of it. How would I change the format? Like,
but that's attention. Yeah. I'm just giving you ideas.
Oh yeah.
It is selling yourself. You got to. That's why even me doing the rising performances, the public interview stuff,
sports.
Yeah, the sports stuff. It's doing everything, and it takes time. And learning and trial and error, obviously. And I don't know. I think it's beautiful because, like I said earlier, imagine you already having everything you want.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be as enjoyable as you think. So I think we should appreciate the grind we're at right now.
I think I like the grind.
I listened to Mac Miller, R.I.P. Mac Miller, and I'll never forget his bar where he said, I wish I could go back to being broke. I never felt any better. And I felt that because like I'm at the stage of where I'm broke, you know. I'm not afraid to admit it. I have money, of course, but you know what I mean. Like it's like being able to, you know.
You ain't got
and it's been 2 years now, and I'm like, dang, this is what I see. What he's talking about. Like I'm actually happy right now.
Yeah.
Like anybody I meet, well, I'm grinding, and then people I meet, they're not being around me for money.
Yeah.
They genuinely want to help me grow. They're okay to know that I'm gonna talk about podcasts every day, and you know what I mean. With your music, you talk about your music.
Yeah, facts.
So it's a lot, man. I could sit here and talk, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the concert. I might have done a vlog. I'm debating to pop out and do the vlog, or just enjoy it, because that's what I've been learning to do. Is instead of just working all the time, enjoy the success of another person. Because, and this sounds weird. I'm not trying to bring it up, but like me vlogging, that's attention for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm posting on mine. But I feel like a lot of people don't show respect to other people. And they, like what you said, what are you getting? Or, you know, what am I getting? And what are you getting?
Yes.
I feel like that's Charleston in a bucket.
Yeah, it is.
If you're not returning the other end, you're not getting the other end. And I feel like everybody who's the nice people are starting to get stuck of like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not helping no more.
Yeah.
I'm getting something out of you now, but I'm still nice though. You know what I mean? Like, facts. It's just crazy, man. So, you know, I don't know. I just had to say my little part. And
you see the snakes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see the snakes, but you also got to know everybody ain't perfect. And I'm not saying you should trust the snakes or anything like that. But I'm just a more forgiving person. If you didn't hurt my kins, my ones, my peoples, stole from me or anything, then I got nothing but love for you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you hurt me or something, that's when I'm like, bro.
Like,
you know?
Wow.
Yeah. Very wild. But, you know, I just had to spill that out, man. Is there anything you want to talk about? I feel like we kind of chopped it up.
We chopped it up, bro.
Yeah, you know, we got a good thing. We gotta
go watch some football.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Hey, he read my mind. I'm like, bro, it's red zone time. Shout out to people. We recording on Sunday. Yeah. I know we record on Monday and Tuesdays, but for real, guys, stay true to yourself. I want to ask you one more question. How do you always be yourself when you wake up?
Man, get your ass out of bed.
Get up now.
Get your ass out of bed. Like your mama used to come in the room. Get your ass up.
Hey,
wake up.
You know when that light flick on? That's when it's time. That's my biggest nightmare.
You know, I didn't think my granddaddy would tell me, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, just get back. Get your shit together, brother. That's what I'm gonna tell you, bro. You wake up every day. You decide what you gonna do. So when I wake up, I say, damn, there gonna be some bullshit today. But I'm gonna keep a smile on my face.
Smile, bro. You do, bro. Ever since I met you, man. I met this man, and it's kind of awkward saying this, but I met him when he kind of was getting his shirt off on stage, and that's when I was like, oh, I gotta meet this man. No, for real, your energy is unmatched, bro. That's why I wanted to say alien, but I'm not gonna label anybody that. It's just beautiful. My boy Tyree, you know what's up. Where can we find you on social media before we go?
Mind of Tyree. That's TYRIE, baby.
Yep. Spotify, everything. Instagram,
Tyree.
Anything.
Google search TYRIE.
Stay true to yourself, guys. The only way to achieve your dreams is through you. No one else is going to do it. You got to get up every single day, and you got to grind harder than you did yesterday, the day before that, and after the Mona Lisa event, okay?
Yeah. So, rise to elevate, baby.
Yeah, that's what we do. Love you guys. Peace.